the math.
Cool.
So you've done the math. You can have the results.
I guess I will buy the stuff next time Carlos has the opportunity to do so.
Magic Shopping District, even though it's not on the map, is kind of going to be like down around here. This is going to be like, this is the commercial slash sort of artisan area. So if ever people go shopping, that's where they go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, King Saxler. Oh, he's gone already.
He'll be right back.
I'm here.
He said it was a second. That was literally a second. So Carlos wants to go shopping. We're currently all at the temple still.
Yeah. He'll go shopping after. He's fine.
Oh, excuse me. Carlos wants to shop. Paelias wants to go visit the Izzet guy. Doco Octopus. Oh, he's going to go for shopping as well? Okay. Paelias shows up at the Cathedral de Bahamut just to drop off his bag so he can go shopping again without having his arms full. Vin and Vaz, what are you doing?
I'm a little stunned by how well the check had worked that, the church is finally free. And people are probably looking at me right now.
Not only is the church free, but you found yourself your priest.
I am overjoyed by this. This is spectacular news. We finally have something that could save us.
So she is a full-on cleric of Bahamut.
Hell yeah.
Put that out there. She is
exactly somebody that we need back in Sanctuary.
Yeah. She also has a gambling problem.
I'll be
That's exactly the kind of person we need in Sanctuary, says Carlos. I need all our money.
No! Those are donations meant for Bahamut. What are you doing?
I've donated enough.
God damn it, you bastard.
God helps those who help themselves.
Do you want to take a rest on the boat before going shopping 2.0 there, Paelias?
Paelias?
He said he wants to go for second shopping, but he'll stop by the boat first. And he'd mentioned that he wanted to take a long rest. But for an elf, that's only 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah, are we done with at the temple? Did anyone else have anything else they wanted to do?
Well, unless you guys have like a specific reason that you need to stick together, like, I don't know, security or anything, I don't see any reason why you have to wait for your comrades.
Well, if nobody has anything, Carlos is going to go shopping.
Okay, so we'll put those plans into action. Vinshenzo and Vazarai, having checked in with your comrades, they're going to go depart again with their security escorts. What do you two want to do, having conjoined at the temple?
Well, look at our cleric. However, I think it's going to be some time before we leave. God damn it, I wish I could get the cleric home. The way she can start getting to work.
Oh,
you're right. I don't know if it would be a good idea, but...
Oh, yeah, well, you could always ask Paelias before he leaves to go shopping, because he did come check in after you had acquired the cleric, so...
Well, it's not just him that I gotta worry about asking, too. I want to make sure that she's okay with it, too.
She's okay with it, too, but she also says she's here to help with the whole crisis that's going on here. She was drawn here by Bahamut's word to help with this crisis.
Okay,
but
yeah, then she needs to stay here with us then, just in case. Because it's going to be easier to teleport her back to town than get her back.
Chris, real fast.
Yeah.
Just to specify, the Starshot crossbow variant is the light crossbow.
Understood.
Okay.
Lame.
I didn't even notice that it was any crossbow. I just kind of glossed over that fact, so that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Carlos, if you get a ring of spell storing, I can cast spells into it.
It was very tempting, but
There's a couple of zeros behind that.
Yeah. Very expensive. If it wasn't as expensive as it was, I probably would have done that. Because I was like, I could probably ask people to put some spells in this for me when they're, before they're going to go to bed.
Night, sleep tight, cast some spells in my ring, please.
Carlos cast a fucking Paelias class fireball.
Vertex
level 7 fire.
I think I want to head back to the ship.
That's right. Go back to the boat. Okay.
And I invite the cleric.
Bazare.
Okay.
Need to see about our steps going forward here.
So Paelias, Vinshenzo, and Vazarai all head back to the ship. Carlos goes off shopping. Carlos, you conduct your shopping.
Yeah.
It'll take you, conveniently, it'll take you 4 hours to do all of your shopping and get back to the ship. I assume that's where you want to go afterwards.
That is correct, sir.
As you're going about your day with your high passive perception, you are aware that you are being followed at a distance.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course. Always being followed.
But this is not a Fed.
Do I have feds with me right now?
You got army and law enforcement bodyguard. The army guys are like hanging out in the street, and then you have like FBI coming into the store with you. They're not interfering with your business, but they're just making sure that somebody's watching you at all times to make sure you're safe.
Can I identify who's following me?
You can roll perception actively.
I will do so. Yeah. 22.
This is an individual who's exercising all of the telltale signs and techniques of a thieves guild or otherwise like professional subterfuge person. In fact, as you start to do your own discreet examination of your tail, they seem to notice that you've noticed they're noticing, and they disappear around a corner.
Of course they do.
They duck into an alleyway.
I let the one of the FBI guys know when we go into a store what happened and that they've disappeared.
He's gonna. This is a Vidalcan, which they kind of stand out a lot more than people do. But the Vidalcan gives you a nod, and he whispers into a bracelet, and then gives you sort of a confident nod. And he says, "Someone's gonna go check it out. Thanks."
Outstanding.
And after a few minutes, like when you're finishing your shopping at this particular store, you've acquired the items that you were able to find in this one. And as he exits the shop, he gives you a whisper and he says, "Couldn't find nothing, but there's a funny scratching on a wall. Don't know what to make of it."
Let me take a look. It might be thieves' cant.
You come to the corner of the alley and you take a look, and in fact, it is in thieves' cant. And it seems the actual scratch itself is not thieves' cant, but what it leads to is a much more innocuous series of intentional patterns that you can pick out and recognize that it's a set of coordinates leading you to an address if one was to follow it, or a set of directions, I should say, leading you to an address.
Hmm. I will take note of the address, but I will not go there yet.
100%. As a side note, like the alley is entirely empty. as whatever agent had said. So the only thing left behind as evidence is the message. The rest of your shopping trip continues without anything raising the hairs on the back of your neck.
Good. I was starting to get annoyed.
And as you get back to the ship, Paelias, and if Vinshenzo has also, the elves would be able to have finished a long rest.
Excellent.
I think Paelias is ready for shopping. Unless you want to do your shopping and then go have a long rest. I don't know what you want to do there, Paelias.
No, I'll long rest first so I can attune to my items.
Hell yeah.
What time is it when I get back to the ship?
It's kind of middle of the afternoon. Maybe you had lunch while you're out on the town. Maybe you haven't, and if you haven't, Ragus has some sandwiches ready for you.
Always eat what Ragus makes. I mean, why would I buy inferior food?
Oh, look,
true.
fish sandwiches.
Cucumber and chicken.
Fish sandwich.
Fish
Yes.
sandwich.
Where did
Fish
all this?
sandwich.
Is this hardtack and fish? This is
Somehow
hardtack
it's
and
delicious.
Fish
That's
sandwich.
an insult.
Oh god.
Fish sandwich.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, you're all on board.
Cool. I guess I'll run into Vinshenzo first.
Carlos would find Vinshenzo asking Vazare for the dagger back.
Ah, perfect. I was actually looking for both of you.
Vazray would turn away from Vincenzo to look at you and just gonna dismissively just kind of no, I'm not giving you back. What is it?
Question: Did Vazray have anything special about her shield?
Has the trying to remember if this is the same shield from the start, because otherwise it would still be the one with the symbol of Bahamut emblazoned on it. Oh wait. Actually, you know what? I think that was one of the... I want to say for the background selection, I think it was supposed to be the icon on the shield, or you had like a holy symbol or something.
I think
don't
you
know.
had a holy symbol on your shield of Bahamut.
I'm pretty
Otherwise, it
sure
was
I
just a
did.
shield.
Yeah, I think I do have that emblazoned on my shield. So yeah, Bahamut on my shield.
Outstanding.
Blue and white.
I just did a little shopping, and I decided to be a little benevolent, and I got a couple trinkets for both of you.
Trinkets?
Indeed. That's right. You first. Carlos would dig into his new bag of holding.
She looks at him
And
suspiciously.
He'd pull out two things for Vazrai. Make sure you write these down, because I'm not going to write it down for you. First item is a ring of protection.
Oh.
And the second item is a +1 shield, so it's like +3 AC.
DM,
Hello.
can you describe the shield to me?
Keep in mind, Carlos would have picked this out especially for Vazra.
It would be a shield that is appropriate for her size. It's not man-sized, given that there are some pretty talented goblin artificers out in the workspace. It's been tailor-made for a creature of your height and bearing.
My stature.
It is made of adamantine, as well as a few other banded metals, which provides that extra strength and durability. And as you sort of hold it in your arms and you feel the balance, you can tell that it is incredibly light, allowing you to use it to full effect without suffering any unnecessary encumbrance. It does not have an icon of Bahamut. However, it is very, not ostentatiously decorated, however, it's very very lovingly made, and you can tell that there is a spot where you could place your icon.
May have to ask the church to emblazon it.
Indeed.
I am particularly surprised it is adamantine. How much coin did you spend for?
I had plenty, don't worry about it. It's a gift.
She worryingly looked at Vinshenzo.
What
Carlos
did I
then
do?
also looks at Vinshenzo. Don't worry, I also got something for you. So Carlos would dig into his bag of holding again. And he would take out another ring of protection and hand that to Vinshenzo. And then he'd also pull out a pair of bracers of celerity.
Hold on.
I'll point out that your shield isn't like made 100% of it, it's just reinforced with it there, Vazarai.
Sorry, what were you saying?
It's not 100% made of adamantine, it's just reinforced with it, which provides its extra strength.
Oh.
I realized given the crazy reaction, I forgot that that's like a special thing in
I was
D&D.
about to say, I mean, are you sure about adamantine? Because
It's a shield plus
The
1. It
anti-crit
gives you
material.
+3. It gives you +3. It's just like I used it as an extra strong metal because adamantine is stronger than steel. I suppose mithril is also stronger than steel. The point is that it's like
I was
not a
just
metal
wanting to bring
shield.
that up because, like, if that's the shit I'm understanding, that could mess with some things.
it does not do anything other than provide an in-game reason as to why it's stronger than your average shield.
Narrative reason.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and take that off because
Oh.
that would have been a little too big, I think.
No, I was reacting to bracers of celerity.
I knew what you were reacting to.
Yeah, because I just told you.
Anyway, I hope you both like them. I spent a bit of time thinking about what might interest you.
Carlos, I don't know what to say. She tries to speak in a more hushed voice. You didn't steal these, did you?
Oh, these?
Oh.
No.
Of course not, Lady Pinefall. Mr. Carlos would do no such thing.
I can assure you that I paid for these with coin.
Vincenzo
At a legitimate
says,
dealer.
assuming Carlos stole them.
The coin
I didn't
not
steal the
legitimately
things, I stole the
acquired.
coin. Jesus.
Exactly.
I bought the stuff with the money I stole. It's entirely legitimate.
Yes.
Entirely legitimate.
Yes, we happened upon some cash to spend.
I found this wagon in my cargo hold, you see.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Vincenzo would bow, holding the bracers, saying, Mr. Carlos, these are impeccably made, and I'm quite fond of the design as well.
I hope they serve you well.
That they will.
Then I thank you so much. I think what I must do is take this shield to the church and see about it having the icon of Bahamut put on it. And then
As you
I may leave my old shield with the church here.
I'm sure they would love to have some kind of sacred relic to remember you by. What better than the shield of Vazrai Pinefall?
If anything, maybe it'll look nice on their wall. Yes, I love this idea.
Vinshenzo would say, I've also have a gift for the both of you.
Oh?
Proper piece.
Going on here?
I wasn't expecting such a development.
What is with all these gifts?
Vinshenzo would unroll a roll of leather or velvet or something. And inside, hold on.
He's killing me.
I have to see what it's called.
Okay.
The Mac Beard Mid-Saturn.
Come again?
It's an instrument.
It's an instrument. And then Vinshenzo would start to play.
Oh no! Well, so much for him paying close attention. Now he is bound to play that forever. That will never save the city.
I will play this long after you have died.
Yes, quite aware of that.
How morbid.
Could be worse.
It could be much worse. The both of you chin up. You have the best bard in this cursed sea to play songs about you for the next 1,000 years.
I hope they're good tales to tell.
That is dependent on you, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mazri's gonna start putting on the ring as well as thinking about swapping shields here.
Damn. Carlos kidded me out more than I kidded myself out.
Hell yeah, dude.
And stay away that idea that these are stolen goods.
I can assure you the goods are not stolen.
He's simply worried that I just... Never mind.
Vinshenzo keeps winking at Carlos.
Stop that. I'm being serious.
I know, Mr. Carlos. Much like that shield, your alibi is always adamantine.
Carlos has nothing to say.
It's lovely, thank you, Carlos.
Think nothing of it.
Vinshenzo bows again.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I will relax for the rest of the day.
I don't know if there's time to relax just yet. Are we
Already
sure
the afternoon, Miss Pinefall. What are you implying?
we still have to figure out what we're going to be doing? We have to make sure that we understand what we're doing. There's a lot going on, and these people could need our help.
I am already quite confident in what we will be doing.
You do? Then what is your plan?
We will be relieving we will be relieving these 3 guilds of their source of monetary power.
A good
Yeah.
idea.
Fine idea.
I suppose the
Yes.
question is the Orshov one to start?
Yeah,
I mean,
huh?
they're literally the banks.
The one with the bank, Lady Pinefall.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I look forward to what schemes you can come up with next.
And Vinshenzo would shove a finger towards Vaziray's nose and say, before you think about me as a common thief, it does not matter to me where the money ends up. It could go into the sea for all I care.
Oh, I care not for the coin. I was just curious to what it is that my king was up to.
Already your morals have gotten relaxed. A scant few days in this city.
My morals.
Your morals.
Whatever do you mean?
I was expecting more protest from you, especially.
Why is that?
I suppose robbing a bank isn't exactly a righteous path. So, in so little words.
It is not. However, this bank seems to be quite evil, I must say. Surely there must be something to see. This coin will not be going to me, though. I could care less for the coin. It is the people that are abusing others, especially the church.
What of the letter of the law, Lady Pinefall?
What do you mean the letter of the law? We already have permission from the Sphinx, do we not?
Correct.
You have a flashy imperial warrant and everything. Sorry, not imperial. A flashy Senate warrant and everything.
Then I do not think it is against the law to do what we are doing.
I like the way you think.
You will hear no protest from me.
I think that ritual dagger is starting to have an effect on you.
Stop thinking about the dagger, Vinshenzo. The more you think of it, the more you want it. Now please, leave it be. It's an icon of evil.
Yes.
Why are you looking at me like that? Be careful with that pointing, you almost... I'm sorry, I don't say that.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, damn you, King, you nearly booped me, but it's like, no, that doesn't sound professional at all. Damn you. Make me look so dismissive of a creature.
I wanted to
kindly
boop you, I would have done it.
Yet,
I don't say that.
he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
In this kingdom.
He doesn't say it.
What of
Well.
Thomas Collins? Oh wait, we teleported him back, I think.
We teleported him, yeah.
Captain Collins has been gone for a long time.
Yep.
No,
they're safe.
the freed slave, wasn't his last name Collins too?
Oh yeah, that's right. He and the elf girls got teleported back with Paelias.
That's correct.
Tom Collins?
I don't remember what his name is.
Joseph Engel?
Jeff Daniels.
What are these names you keep speaking in tongues, my lord?
Thomas Price.
Thomas Price, sorry.
With his wife Madeline Price and his son Little Thomas.
An uncle old guy with one leg.
Uncle Charlie, yeah.
I believe this is his descent to madness.
How could anyone forget?
The retired legionnaire with one stupid leg. Oh, good old times.
But yes, I will go ahead and rest if we already have a plan in store.
Yeah, you're gonna rest.
We're going
There's,
to...
as of yet, no plan. Only
No.
an idea. the seed of a scheme.
The seed of a scheme.
Then in that case, it should be better that we kobolds get rested for a bit, because, as you said, elves don't require much sleep. Therefore, you have plenty of time to do planning while I rest. With your scheming.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Yet another to bear the fruits of my intellect,
Vinshenzo, you're going to scheme on the boat?
I suppose.
Is that
That's
what you would like
smiles.
to do?
I will scheme on the boat while smoking my pipe of remembrance.
Perfect. Okay.
Help me recollect.
That means Paelias is on a shopping trip.
Hell yeah, I wonder if
everybody else
he's
on
being
the boat.
followed.
Paelias, do you have any reason to be paranoid about being followed? I don't remember what your passive perception is.
I think I have passive 19, but
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, I'd be on lookout because of the recent attack.
And also, you got a bodyguard who's looking out with you too, just in case. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Just
passive 19.
Oh, where did I go? Oh, there we go. Okay, this matters somewhat. You are also being followed, and the guards notice too,
hell yeah.
because somebody is clearly not as much of a professional as the other professional that was being professional.
I notify the guard.
Yeah, the guards nod their heads and they double back and you hear like a cry of sort of confusion and alarm, raised voices, and the guards quickly like summon a law enforcement officer who carries away a robed individual
Oh,
who which you cannot detect their race or bearing.
damn.
And then shortly after, one of your bodymen lets you know, like, you know,
Bodyman.
they got it, everything's under control, and they'll keep a higher lookout just in case. Your shopping takes you close to one of the Izzet laboratories where you know that your friend Egop is working this laboratory set over here.
Hey,
When you're finished your shopping, it's getting towards evening. You've acquired all the things on your list.
given that it's evening, I'll return to the ship to regroup.
Okay. You get back to the ship. Everybody is resting, relaxing, scheming while smoking a pipe of remembrance, and you return. I assume we're gonna wait until morning.
Yeah, if we're gonna wait till morning, I'm gonna
going
learn all
to
these spell
dream
scrolls
for a
a significant chunk of my remaining money.
Have I seen the bank?
There's a
Pretty
few
sure.
banks. Do you want do you want to rob the bank, or would you like to just rob a bank?
The biggest bank
So
with the
reference
most
the map.
money.
Reference the map here, this specific section of the city. You have this spot here is the guild hall of the syndicate, with its little like treasury warehouse things. This is the bank that you guys visited when you were dealing with the debt of the church, when you went to that really spacious hall with surrounded by ghosts and shit like that. Was over here. You are aware that given the fact that the Orzhov Syndicate is basically the money and church combination plus also the mafia, this is the bank that you know 100%, but their headquarters is like across the street. One of them is much more heavily guarded than the other.
Which one?
I wonder which one. The guild hall is much more heavily guarded.
Hell yeah.
You also have, and this is something you would know just generally, there's some other smaller ones like here, there's one here, where's the other one here? I think there's another bank somewhere else. I think it's like here. So there's like other banks around the city. There's a bank up here. You can tell they're all kind of the same illustration on the map, but it's these little yellow buildings with the posts. So there's a couple different ones you could hit. They are all absolutely Orzhov assets. So I'll leave your planning to you.
I summon Ragus to the stern of the ship where I am sitting on. I'm lounging on the side of the ship looking off at the city.
Are we talking still in the evening when you're scheming?
Yes.
He clambers up to you after hearing the summons, and he carries with him a little carafe of coffee, as well as a tin or a pewter goblet of wine. And he offers you one of each, and he says, it's quite chilly out. Would you like to warm your bones? Perhaps some coffee, or perhaps even some fortified wine? I just unkegged a good barrel that I got at a decent price in town.
Vinshenzo will hold up a hand to Ragus, silently declining.
Yeah, he sets them down and he stands patiently awaiting your next words.
How long have you dwelled before you came to me, Ragus? How long did you dwell in this city?
Oh, I grew up in this city all my life. I was there in the old world, and now, first few months before they built the ships, I was living in New Ravnica after the calamity. It's my home. Well, it was my home. Now I consider your home to be my home.
Indeed. Tell me about the bank.
His eyes widen, and then they sparkle a little, and he gets a bit of a mischievous smile on his face. Wouldn't happen to do anything with that wagon that mysteriously appeared in the cargo hold, would it? Nevertheless, that's not my business, my king. I'll tell you about the banks. And he proceeds to tell you about the banks. He tells you that the Orzhov keep all of their own money in the guild hall under strict lock and key. However, any of their important, their most important assets go to the major bank across the way. It's sort of like everybody else's money. If somebody needs to keep money, so any of the other guilds, some of the Legion coffers and all that kind of stuff, it's stored in a separate place. And then the more minor banks spread throughout the city is that for storing the money of businesses, townspeople, private accounts, such like that.
So he's saying like the vast majority of the wealth is spread pretty equally between all the banks, despite the main bank being the main bank?
The main bank holds the syndicate's wealth. The second... Sorry, let me rephrase that. The guild headquarters holds the syndicate's wealth. The guild bank, which is like the main one that you guys walked into, holds all of the other important people's money, all of the big coffers that they draw into. That's not specifically theirs. And then the smaller ones that are on the outskirts of the city, basically like your regular banking outlet, like your Bank of America, tellers, stuff like that, so that Uncle Charlie can go and withdraw his 2 silver pieces to go buy a coffee.
Whoa.
The important bank, the actual bank, is the one that you visited, the main bank. And then the guild hall itself, like, holds their private stash. And he suspects, he tells you, that the guild hall is likely where all of their unmarked earnings is stored as well. Though he can't be sure because, of course, nobody who's free from the syndicate would have ever had access to that information. He stipulates that perhaps the only other people that know exactly what money goes where would be the spies of House Demir, but they themselves are a slippery lot, and they can't be trusted. The Orzhov, they value their money more than their lives, my king, and they guard it jealously, for good reason. It's how they hold people to their leashes.
Hell yeah. As Ragus unfolds these details about the Orzhov and the other one,
The spies,
the spies,
the shadow CIA.
Vinshenzo's smoke trails turn into a single figure riding on horseback through dead woods with a child on the saddle,
Oh,
galloping.
he becomes entranced in the performance, and every so often he has to, like, shake his head and look away to try and keep on target, on story, so he doesn't incur any wrath.
Stay on target.
Got to stay on target. Yeah,
Remember that?
stay on target. Yeah.
Vinshenzo would prestidigitate with his hands and make illusory lotus petals fall from his palm and say, "What about magical trickery? Surely they have some kind of defense."
Aye, they have much defense. I'm sure you've seen the ghosts and spirits that dwell around the guild halls and the major banks and all their other secure facilities. Even the dead still serve their debts, and they guard their banks and other private places with jealousy. I've been even told that they hold such a mastery of death and life that vampires and their servitor thralls and other such things do their dirty work. I've never heard of the Orzhov doing much in the ways of enchanting or other such spells, but perhaps they don't need to, given the fact of their other nefarious deeds.
Then they are weak in that regard.
I'd advise you, my king. As small and only a cook I am, but I hold your life in great importance, and your success I consider to be paramount. And do not underestimate the Orzhov. They are greedy, but they have acquired such wealth not through simple banking measures, but through ruthlessness. And one cannot be ruthless without being crafty and tricky. I hold them akin to Mr. Santiago there, if his desires were to turn dark. They are quite fearsome foes. I've lost a few to the debtors and the syndics of the Orzhov banks. Few of my friends have never been seen again, and they were quite crafty, at least they thought they were. It is even said that they have law mages in their pockets, and even if the syndicate themselves might not practice the arts as thoroughly as some of the others, they must have friends, hired help. That could be unpredictable. And then he kind of blinks for a second. Oh, and if you are going to go visit a bank, beware of the giants.
The giants.
The giants! Aye, they'll squish you underfoot. Well, they'll squish a goblin underfoot, that's for sure.
I've not seen a giant since I stepped foot in this city.
Ah, they're rare now. There weren't many of them to begin with, and with how much they eat, they all starved to death and were killed off pretty quick when they started going on a rampage. But I've heard tell that the Orzhovs still keep a few under close observation.
And they are loyal to the guild.
Aye. They're loyal. Just as any syndic would. I don't think they have a choice. Perhaps they're under a spell. I'm not sure.
Perhaps. I've
And
heard
you
many a song about giants.
They're not the largest. They're not the biggest of creatures that I've seen. For whatever reason, they're quite stunted, but still far fiercer than any man or dwarf or elf. Having said his piece, he waits eagerly for more questions, how he might be of aid to his king.
Have you seen or heard story of their vault, or where they lock away all their treasures?
I've only heard rumors, but if you're interested, I could go and speak to a couple of my old friends in town. I've been keeping out of the walls of the city. I know you don't like me venturing too far, but I could go in and see if anything's changed. In the old times, a lot of people said that they would guard their treasures quite jealously with spirits, traps, and other such things. Make sure that nobody could get access to their treasure, which they covet above all else.
Vinshenzo puts his hand up again, dismissing Ragus, saying, doing so would put you at undue risk, and if I wished to hear rumors from the streets, I could certainly find them.
Yeah, he bobs his head obediently. He'll take his carafe of coffee and his goblet of wine, and he'll depart.
I saw that glimmer in your eyes, Ragus.
Yeah, he stops and turns and he says, I once owed the banks a debt. Anybody who takes money from the banks is doing a good deed. They're thieves, all of them.
Indeed. You will receive a sizable cut simply by sitting here on the ship. Don't let your goblinoid nature overcome you and do anything rash.
He bows his head and he says, I'll do my utmost best to ensure that my nature does not overcome me. He scampers below decks to go make some supper.
Thank you, Mr. Ragus.
With that, unless you have anything else you'd like to do, the rest of the night proceeds as per normal, and all of those who sleep fully throughout the night wake up in the morning.
I would
There's
like
breakfast.
to use my 4 hours of elf awake time to examine the special Timora coin that was given to me from the Timoran temple in New Ravnica.
Okay.
I turn it over again in my hands, over and over and over again.
So the coin itself, it's got the the symbol of Timora, of which I can't remember off by the top of my head. Did I tell you outright what it did, or are you just
No.
playing with it? Okay, I just told you that it was a coin.
Yeah, it was. I dumped like an obscene amount of money into the temple fountain.
Yes.
I forget how much, and then they gave me that, and I was like, "Ooh, what an honor!" But I didn't know what it was.
Well, it doesn't outright give itself away to you as you examine it back and forth in your hand. However, the more you look at it, sort of, the luckier you feel.
Hell yeah.
And perhaps flicking this coin or doing such other things, taking a chance even with it, may prove to give you good fortune. However, as we all know, you can't always just rely on luck.
I feel luckier.
Feels luckier.
I will cast Sending on Paelias and summon him to the top deck
Oh,
to chat. Oh. He forgot a spell scroll.
forgot a spell scroll. Oh no.
Does Paelias come to the top deck of the ship?
Yes. Yes, one sec. I'm just filling out my set.
Hell yeah. As you approach, Vinshenzo would flick you the special Timora coin. You are perhaps one of the most learned elves I've ever met. What do you make of this, Mr. Paelias?
I will roll Arcana if that is the roll for this.
It could be.
Or
could
is it
be.
religion or history?
I would consider it to be a religion check
Or investigation.
or
Okay.
identify.
And then I do not have advantage on this.
Hell yeah.
It is a whopping 15.
Hell yeah. That's a
I believe.
solid roll.
It is a solid roll.
Yeah, religion isn't. Well, if it's an intelligence or wisdom skill, or intelligence I have +10, and wisdom I have +9, so knowledge skills me good.
You are perhaps
Between-
a learned person.
Between the two of you, I'll just speak the words out loud. Both Paelias and Vinshenzo are able to reckon this between his reflections and Paelias's examination.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a lucky.
Oh, sorry.
What? Go.
Can
What
I
do you want?
give him advantage?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Roll it. I'm helping you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then it's a 25 with advantage.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Okay, so this is a lucky coin. It has 3 charges of luck, which works just like the feat lucky, where you have points.
Oh.
However,
No way.
its luck can run out.
What happens if it run out?
Well, unlike the lucky feat where you regain your experience points after, or you regain your expended luck points, it's just once it's used, it's gone.
Oh.
So it's got 3 charges, and once the charges are expended, the luck has run out.
Damn.
Vinshenzo would be sad to see this coin go, so he may never use it. Vincenzo nods at Paelias's appraisal of the coin.
Oh wait, hang on. 25, eh?
25.
The luck can be restored by visiting Temple of Timora.
Oh, I just so happen to have a spell that teleports me there. Cool.
You have to
Boink.
perform a thing or do a Timora thing. And it just said it can be replenished by visiting the temple, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Visiting a
understand.
holy place
I have to pay my respects. I don't just walk in and the coin recharges.
Yeah, that'd be way too easy.
Yeah. Vincenzo nods at Paelias's intellectual appraisal of the coin. I knew it was special, I just wasn't sure how.
Well, now you do. Now, was there anything else you needed?
How's the weather, sir?
Vincenzo shakes his head, and says, "No, but the company is not spoiled just yet. What do you think about relieving the Orzhov syndicate of their wealth? A good plan or a fool's errand?"
It's a good plan. However, I don't think it should be our only plan.
Yes. I'm quite fond of having several backups. Mr. Carlos and Lady Pinefall are much more impulsive and lose the... They lose sight of the subtlety that goes into such a scheme. But it is good that Lady Pinefall will support us in this. I was honestly quite shocked that she was so forthcoming with her with her acceptance. Anyway, I must get some rest and meditate on this.
All right, I shall leave you be then. I need to go over some spells and prepare for the day myself.
Yes. Good night.
Furious fucks off.
Fucking in the off direction. Hell yeah. In the morning, you guys wake up. Breakfast is served. Coffee, omelets, stewed tomatoes.
Oh boy, coffee omelets.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Sorry, coffee, comma, omelets, stewed tomatoes, a couple other nice little dishes and such like that. It's cloudy and overcast, and it's feeling a little bit warmer than it usually does.
Bazra
Aside
comes
from that
to join for
beautiful day.
breakfast, looking a bit down.
Oh. Life has its ups. Vazrai's got the downs.
A little bit.
Miss Pinefall, why the unusually long face?
I had a terrible dream.
Oh,
Oh,
Another vision?
Not a vision, just a dream.
Huh.
I've grown complacent, I've noticed.
Complacent in what way?
Well, I realize I'm burning things too much, and if it comes to this particular adventure we are getting ready to embark on, I need to rethink of how I go about that.
Burning literally or figuratively? Because I would be inclined to possibly agree to both.
The trebuchets are a pretty good example of that.
Yes.
Quite fun, I will say, though. They burned up brightly.
yes, you'll
No.
have to find another
your-
way to raise wrath and ruin.
Does your god frown upon the use of fire against his enemies?
No, there's nothing wrong with fire being used. Simply because he is of the North Wind does not mean that, I could use fire. Even good dragons use fire.
Then
Though
what
I
is the
could
problem?
see why you would think that, though, considering Tiamat's evil nature. But no, it is more the fact that if we are planning whatever it is we are with the banks, it requires a bit more delicacy, I would imagine, and fire will not be enough. So,
If we ever need a diversion, it's good to keep it in our back pocket.
well,
Perhaps our
That's-
suit pockets.
that's the thing. Do you have any coin that you won't miss?
Oh, why do you ask? I
Any
miss all
gold-
my coin.
Like to ask of you of some gold dust.
Oh, how much do you need?
She kind of just thinks on it for a second, just kind of nodding back and forth. 50 gold's worth?
50 gold. Well,
small
I
town
suppose I could be convinced.
To elaborate, as you may already know, I was one to help protect sacred places. So, I think it might be wise if we were to go to this place. It may be a good idea to have an arcane lock or two in the back pocket. In case we need to run or keep somebody out of something.
Very well. Let me see here. Digs into his bag of holding.
That
And then hold out your hands. 50 gold coins is a lot.
yes. Need to grind it all up. Hopefully you won't mind.
Drops the coins into her hands.
Thank you so much. You can keep the coin that I have given to you. By the way, I think I've taken enough.
Are you sure?
I'm certain of it. I will be fine.
Very well. Carlos is just now Vazra's sugar daddy.
I'm just
Sugar
not going to worry
Carlos.
about the coin.
Don't
I
worry,
just-
you'll make it up to me later.
Oh,
In spades.
All I know
With
is
interest.
that all I know is that if we have this dust with us, that it may come in handy if we run into some trouble and we need a bit of space. That and if we're starting to make enemies, I may consider alarming the ramp at night. In case we have any intruders that may be trying to sneak aboard.
Probably a good idea.
I just don't trust what's going on right now.
Yes,
So-
Lady Pinefall.
Oh, yeah. I've
I-
already
Oh,
taken my share.
A terrible dream of us getting murdered in our sleep. And I'd rather not think about something like that happening again, because that was...
impossible. I do not sleep.
Yes, but even with your vision, surely things could get past. After all, the one with the best eyes, Carlos here, has to sleep at some point.
The best eyes.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, but I do not sleep at all.
Yeah. Anyway, it nothing more than a nightmare. But it was one that was good to consider taking precaution.
I do concur with you, Lady Pinefall, that perhaps your typical approach, what with all the fire and burning and everything, may prove ineffective on this mission of ours.
Yeah, that is something I am fearing, so it is best to use a different kind of magic.
Fire would be good for burning a scant few banknotes, but it would do nothing to coin.
Yes, but even with enough heat, you could melt it all. But I do believe that would be unnecessary.
Yes, but if we melted the coin, then we couldn't move the coin.
Yes, that is true. And then we'd really have a problem on our hands.
Yes, try not to melt the coins.
I will try not to. So long as they don't tempt me too much first.
Amazing.
Are you hearing voices, Lady Pinefall?
No, I am not. Anyway, I'm going to just keep eating.
Anyway, yes, I'm having trouble cutting my omelet. Could you pass me that sacrificial dagger?
No, stop thinking about the dagger. It's mine. You don't need it. You don't need it, King.
Perhaps it's the source of your nightmares.
If anything, this nightmare in particular has been more helpful than... It just makes me feel cautious.
Caution is an apt approach.
Indeed. Now, what is your scheming brought to you?
But with caution, you must not dwell in it for too long, or else you will encase yourself in a tomb of caution.
Tool of caution.
The Tomb of Caution.
You must know when the moment is right.
I'm sure we will know when the moment is right.
It is a fickle thing sometimes to find such a moment.
Keep giving that look. Why did you go back to eating that omelet, King?
What is the general construction of the bank? You said we've... Oh, I don't think I've actually been there.
I think all three of us went in
Did
there.
he?
All three of us
Vincenzo
went in there.
versus
Super
Carlos?
We went to visit that loser. Somebody did at least.
I know
All three of
Carlos
us were
was
in there.
there, and I
Yes.
could have sworn Vincenzo was there too, or we went to the guy's office.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty certain that is-
yeah.
That is the spot, yeah. It
The
is
place was
stone.
basically a citadel.
Yeah, it is a citadel of solid stone, and obviously very elaborate decoration. But yeah, the majority of it is stone.
How many floors?
It is a towering citadel. It's something like 100 feet, 120 feet up in the air, or something like that. I can't remember how tall it was, but it was ridiculously
Pretty
tall.
tall.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's no small place.
Plenty
Truly
of
is
places
formidable.
to hide.
Indeed, and that's not even getting into the vault. which you know is below ground.
I was about to say, I wonder how many floors it goes down to.
Yes. I spoke briefly with Chef Ragus last night, and he recalled that nobody but the Orzhov would know the layout of such a building, except for save the
House Demir.
House Demir. Perhaps we should try to abscond with one of them. Before we make our final play.
Well,
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 choosing the right figurehead would be a difficult task, but it would give us quite a springboard of advantage if we could convince them to be copacetic to our cause.
part of me do wish I could turn into a dragon right now. But then I would not do anything wise with that.
fairly certain you've witnessed him using Modify Memory. Or at least you've witnessed the results of him using Modify Memory.
Hell,
I have a plan.
out with it then.
I mind control a member of the band. And you modify his memory afterwards.
Are you suggesting an infiltrator?
An infiltrator, you said.
Well, if that is what he speaks, of taking over one's mind and then modifying their memories, what's to say that they remember anything of their past selves, aside from that the banks may dislike them, so they might consider being an infiltrator, one more willing of our cause.
How devious.
Yes, and it would allow us plenty of time if it were to... Well, I would imagine that Vinshenzo would be good at stowing things within the organization.
I can only modify a short image of a subject's memory.
Yes, but you could change the memory.
I would be familiar with the spell, even if I don't have it myself, and I would know that it works, 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? Is it
Yes.
1 minute? Is 10? I could mind control someone for 10 minutes and then have you make them forget that they were ever mind controlled.
I don't use such trickery lightly, but it is quite an idea.
It would allow us access or information without making the enemy any the wiser.
Yes.
They might be more willing to entrust us with their secrets.
The only problem is finding someone who knows or has access to the information we seek.
Why not make another meeting?
Make another what?
Meeting?
You intend for us to try to outwit and outplay that lich fellow at his own game?
Was that not something you two just did not long ago?
What?
You two have incredible wit. I would imagine that you two are very capable of this.
He is quite a powerful foe.
Yes.
And
But what if you and
seems
Carlos
to know
Gray...
everything about us before it happens. So he would likely know that we're coming.
You almost say as if he can hear us right now.
He probably can.
That's a little paranoid, even for you, Vinshenzo.
No, but it is wise.
How do you explain how detailed of an account he gave of Sanctuary Isle?
So he simply has a good spy network, but could you really imagine him having a spy on board the ship?
Never mind that. I'm
A
more interested in the
spy
magic.
On Sanctuary? In Amathray's realm?
Must
You-
agree.
You kid yourself, Mr. Carlos.
I must agree with Vinshenzo. That does seem fairly stretched.
There are grander things at play. One
Might believe.
that you are in... grander things at play that you are in denial about.
Mm,
If anything, I think magic may be at play.
I have always been right. And you've always called me paranoid.
Vazray says absolutely nothing.
the shoe fits.
I would rather have a finely cobbled shoe than to improvise my entire life.
Mm.
How interesting this conversation.
Indeed.
While they continue doing that, I'm going to use my deck of oracles to cast divination.
Hell yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Alrighty.
Put me in contact with, well, Corwin, because that's the only god I would really contact. To ask whom has or which official of the Orzhov has information on the words are escaping me right now.
You
The
ask a
fucking
single
like
question.
traitor group.
The trader group. You ask a single
Yeah, like-
question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity
Yeah,
to occur
like,
within
who
7
has
days.
information on what they're gonna do, or attack next, or do next.
Oh, okay. Within the next 7 days, huh? Short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. A great gathering at the Colosseum is at risk of undermining the authority of the land.
Ooh. Interesting. I share this with the group.
You speak of the Colosseum?
I do not care for such places.
They bring up bad memories.
I've no memory of Colosseums, for we did not have many. However, I'm curious why they would say such things about this Colosseum.
A fine stage wasted with bloodshed.
The real question is, will there be bloodshed in this place when it does happen, if it is what you say? After all, I'm sure that they would have other performances in such places, yes?
A city this size, I'm sure that many have perished within its walls.
Is that so?
All for the grotesque entertainment of heads of state and commoners alike.
Are you discussing this around the breakfast table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ragus is going to pop up and he's going to say, the Colosseum isn't used for bloody games anymore. It's actually for sporting events.
Oh.
Kinds of sport.
Not enough lives in the city anymore to waste them so uselessly.
Well,
Sometimes they do have construct
that's reassuring.
matches.
Constructs.
Yes. Easier to destroy machines than men nowadays.
Simply rebuild them.
He gives you a big wink.
Yes, those gnomes. I wonder if they know that their inventions are used for such sport.
Well, if it is no loss of life, then I suppose that they may not think much of it aside from wishing their creations the best. But why would your vision, whatever this is, Paelias, say such a thing about something so... It feels so random.
It wasn't a vision. I asked
Oh.
God about something they were planning. And he replied.
Well, if this is what is happening, whatever this is, if it bring up bad memories for the others, perhaps it might be in my interest to see what is going on here.
It would be definitely be a good idea for someone to investigate, even if it's not one of us.
Well, I know we're as great as Vinshenzo and Carlos and handling affairs with the bank. So, I perhaps better in this Colosseum. At least for now.
I can assist with either, or I can speak with my contact in the Izzet and see if I can figure out where they stand.
I am fine either way. But just know that I am willing to go and investigate these.
Investigate what? Sorry.
The Colosseum.
Though I have bad memories of such places, if Ragus speaks true, that men and elf and everything else in between aren't torn apart for sport, or for punishment, or whatever foolhardy, man-headed reason, I will accompany you, Lady Pinefall.
Speak of bad memories. What has happened? You don't seem like one for Colosseums anyway.
I would if I could, if I could play my music from them.
That is what I would think that you would enjoy about such places. To have all eyes on you as you play your finest music the realm has ever heard.
It would hold quite an audience.
If you had that many people before you, I'd know that you would create such beautiful things. But your omelet getting cold. We should hurry up. And Azrae is going to try and finish her breakfast. And if there's any objection or requirement of Azrae to do something else, she is going to consider visiting the church, and then she's going to go and see the Colosseum. I've also changed my mind. I'm not going to emblazon my shield for right now.
Gasp.
As much as I would prefer to have my deity's image upon my shield, if we were going to be doing things such as this right now, it may be best not to have my my icon showing upon my shield when we do things.
Thinking of another icon, perhaps.
I rather not involve other deities than whatever affairs that we are getting involved in.
One you found carved into that bone dagger.
No, I will not involve Tiamat in this. Bahamut would not approve. Yes, she already is a schemer as it is, but I am no schemer myself.
Not yet.
Even you scheming over there.
Me perish the thought.
Not a schemer, yet you find yourself in the midst of a web of schemes.
How curious.
Yes,
Not a
but
schemer, he says while scheming.
Yes, but I'm not the one pulling the strings. That is for you two to handle, and you seem to play the part quite well. I, on the other hand, would only tangle things up further.
Everyone has a role to play, Lady Pinefall.
Yes. Now, I must be off. I'm going to leave my shield with the church. So,
I
a little
will
something to
accompany
remember
you.
me. Oh, then please join me. The others are invited too if they wish. Just know that I plan to go to the church and then to the Colosseum.
Well, I have nothing else better going on, I suppose.
Oh, then let us be off. Thank you, Ragus.
He gives you a nod and he starts cleaning up the table.
It has been some time since I've enjoyed a show rather than being part of one.
Yes, but I would imagine that others show their works quite bore you. Perhaps a bit something exciting for once, hopefully. From these other spectaculars, whoever they might be. Okay. DM, unless there's something that happens at the church, I'm going to be visiting briefly. to simply give them my old shield that has the image of Bahamut on it.
What's your passive perception?
A 10.
Damn.
You don't notice anything at all interesting. It's just a regular day.
I'm with her.
You come.
Yeah,
The party in general's with me.
Yeah.
Someone's following you, Carlos. It's the same as before. The same one.
Vazray doesn't look too concerned as she
all
keeps
of those
walking.
of you who have a very high passive, they just know that it's a person. It's only Carlos who recognizes this individual.
It's the same person that tailed me before.
It's the same one.
I thought he couldn't identify him last time.
No, that was mine. Mine was obscured by a rope.
Paelias's follower was arrested and couldn't be identified. Carlos noticed, and then the follower realized that they were noticed, and they disappeared. And Carlos found a message.
That's right. I found an address. It might be worth checking out once we're done.
Do you notify us that he's following, or do the rest of us notice?
Anybody with a high passive above 15 would notice.
Okay.
I
He's
noticed.
not doing a pretty good job.
Do we want to
though.
do anything about that guy following us?
If we could capture him, I mean, perhaps we could get some more intel.
I could teleport myself right next to him and.
What are the three of you talking about?
Being followed, Vazray.
Don't look now.
I'm not looking.
Keep it
Are you
that
sure
way.
we're being followed? What about just some person just simply
Quite
blocking the
so.
direction we are?
I remember them from last time.
Hmm. Then I had best forget about them while you figure out the rest. I will keep walking.
Always resting on your laurels.
How far away are they from us?
You guys are at the cathedral. I'm going to use the map just to make sense. So you guys have made it all the way to the front door of the cathedral, and they have stopped inconspicuously at this cafe on the corner, pretending to sit and wait for coffee.
Does Vazray see
Is it
them
within
at all?
500 feet of us?
I would say it is definitely within 500 feet of you.
I'm thinking.
Okay,
the
I go
same thing.
inside. I go inside the cathedral, and then I teleport behind him with Dimension Door.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
okay.
Oh,
How obvious is Dimension Door? How obvious are you, I should say, with your Dimension Door?
Imagine it's pretty freaking obvious, actually.
he just appears behind him.
Just opens
Well-
up the door behind him. Hello.
Everyone who is a part of, like, all of the cafe customers and stuff who are just sitting around, hanging out, immediately are like, whoa! And
What, you
they
think
start,
they've never seen a wizard before, and then I sit down across from him.
he also feigns feigns surprise, and he gets up to, like, as you appear and people begin getting shocked, there's a couple people who, like, stand up in shock, and he stands up and he tries to get away.
Where do you think you're going?
Away from you!
I think not.
Oh,
Have a seat.
are you gonna try and persuade or intimidate this man, or are you just making the comment?
I mean, I guess it's irrelevant. It's the same bonus,
Oh, that's
but
lucky.
I'll persuade, I guess.
All right.
Right, dice, don't fail me. Yeah, no, question.
Hell yeah.
Answer.
Would you classify me as a creature within 60 feet of me that I can see?
Yes.
I would classify you as a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you that you can see, yeah.
Okay, I use my deck of oracles to replace my results with what I rolled when I long rested, which is a 16 with no bonus.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Just look at this person's thing that I have pulled up here.
And don't look now. It seems Mr. Paelias is asking your admirer some questions, Mr. Carlos.
Yeah, he
Indeed.
sits and he looks around a little nervously. You shouldn't be talking to me here. This is very wrong. I already gave instructions to your friend, he says as he's trying to sort of, well, he's acting overtly nervous, but he doesn't seem very nervous about you.
I suppose he's
Right?
probably
If you
referring
answer
to
one question,
address.
I will leave.
Very well, but make it fast.
Are you friend or foe? And I would like to insight check when he answers.
Roll your insight first.
He seems to have made a captive audience of the stranger.
We should probably keep our distance for now,
Unnatural
as not
20.
to scare him away.
Indeed.
Unnatural 20, huh?
Keep an eye on him. I'm going to give them my shield.
He says, I'm not friend or foe. I'm a stranger. Now please leave me alone. And he gets off to leave. You can tell he is obviously lying.
Okay.
So he's not a stranger. He's either a friend or a foe.
Hell yeah.
And he says it, he speaks loudly so that everyone can hear.
I order some tea.
What do you think, Vinshenzo? Do you think we should pay a visit to that address?
What address?
The one that I found scrawled in the alleyway that he disappeared into.
Oh, yes. I was quite convinced that that could be a trap, but I suppose leaving no stone unturned
It may very well be a trap,
may
but
prove advantageous.
yes. At this point, I think we need to take some risks.
Yes.
The game is already afoot, as they say.
So let it be played. So let it be done.
The game isn't a foot, it's a game.
The foot is a game.
Oh dear.
We're playing with feet now, are we?
It seems Lady Pinefall has scurried off to the monastery, but with just you and me and perhaps Mr. Paelias, though he seems to be enjoying the refreshments, I think we have a good chance of turning any trap into an advantage.
Indeed. Should we say anything or just let them figure it out?
Oh, he's like, guys already,
Trying to make a scene.
he's like got up and ran away. Like, tried to blend in with the crowd of shocked onlookers and push away.
What race was he?
He was a human.
Oh.
Human.
Well, I guess he still is a human. And Paelias joins you guys after finishing a tea.
Worthless human.
A cup of tea is 2 copper pieces, sir. Says the nice elfin waitress.
Ooh.
Give her a silver piece.
Oh,
It's all I got.
I mean, she can give you change. Would you like some change?
Nah.
Very
Oh,
nice, man.
generous.
Just made that lady's
Okay,
day.
5,000 copper left at the fucking ship.
Paelias has a secret admirer.
So much change.
So does Carlos.
Yeah.
It's me.
Oh,
Not so secret. Okay, you get back to the cathedral where your cohorts are standing gossiping about you. I assume that's what you guys are still doing, at least.
Carlos, somebody told me to give you this letter. Mysterious stranger. And they seem to have written it in my handwriting.
what?
Could it be?
Ah, interesting. They seem to be professing their love for me.
How unexpected.
DM, unless it takes longer, Basway would return from
And clear.
inside, having left her old shield with them.
Yeah, the whole service goes by in like 5 minutes. You get one of the paladins helps you out. He's done this number of times before because, regular fighting, regular shield destruction against the forces of evil. He's gotten into the habit of redecorating shields.
I don't want
Yeah.
mine. I don't want my new one emblazoned just yet, but I'd like him to keep my old one.
Oh, okay. Sure. It'll go to one
Yeah.
of the other volunteers.
It probably best that I not make it too obvious, otherwise it would draw unnecessary attention to the church. So, for now, I will not put his icon upon my shield. I do have my necklace, though. So he will always be with.
I'm happy with that. And so is the temple.
She gives a bow of thanks and in the party, allowing them to continue their services.
Okay. Don't forget, there's a whole bunch of really, really buff, burly godkin there just waiting to back you up if you ever need.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I don't need their assistance just yet, though. But I have them in mind.
Strapping.
Oh, jeez.
Now, don't go. Hey, now.
Fish sandwich.
We don't talk about my inner thoughts.
Oh, no.
Let's just be off.
Oh. Didn't see that coming.
The Bahamut baddies.
Plot twist.
Plot twist indeed. Yeah. All right. Well, if you guys are, where are you carrying on in the direction of? Sorry.
The Colosseum.
Colosseum.
First, I want to ask the party about.
Oh wait, no,
what's going on out here?
the secret address.
The secret
I think
address.
me and Carlos decided that amongst ourselves for the entire party.
Yes.
I'm cool.
Where are we going?
You'll find out.
It's more important than the Colosseum, you say?
Yes.
No doubt to do with the man following us. He said gave you guys coordinates.
Yes, that is accurate.
May I see this address?
Here's the address. Just gonna
Carlos
take some
would
things
show her the note that he scrawled with the address deciphered.
Does she recognize it?
You've never been to this city before.
No, but maybe I've passed by here or Coco's seen something, so probably not.
Roll history.
Full history. Okay.
History.
My concern is
That's what.
Nat 20. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
sandwich.
you've been here. Coco has too.
So I'm a little concerned that this individual, if it's not Orzhov or somebody else, even worse if it's Rakdos, I'm a little curious to if Tiamat's also following.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because remember,
TMO.
it was a absurd amount of humans that I did not expect inside Tiamat's temple.
It was you who failed to relinquish the dagger. You still keep it on you. A beacon.
It is no beacon, otherwise they would have come for us earlier.
Then
Surely.
What is your shield?
Just my shield.
Yes.
She simply she simply shows it. Tis a gift.
Your old shield.
Why, it's the representation of the blessed Bahamut.
Yes.
All Father be praised.
What purpose does that serve?
What do you mean? Simply to show him in battle my faith that he is with us. Don't worry, he is still with me. She chose the necklace of
Yes.
Bahamut.
Just as she is with you right now as you carry that dagger.
Nonsense.
By your own logic, you are defeated.
Even if you say so.
Your address is around here. It's near Tin Street, which is where the Smithy District is.
I'm going to take a sip out of my Cobalt Tears mug.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mew. These are mine.
What is that gay shit that Ben Shapiro or Crowder have?
Male tears or whatever.
Like lefty tears or something?
Liberal tears.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, Vazray recognizes the address and is willing to lead the way. At least well enough, anyway.
Vinshenzo's voice changes to Ben Shapiro.
Oh god, no. This is our king? What the fuck?
Oh, my name is Ben Shapiro.
Oh. How absolutely disappointing.
My sister has the biggest jugs in the whole world.
Oh my god.
That sounds like something he would say, though. God fucking damn it.
We're on the worst timeline now.
The worst timeline.
Worst timeline.
I've always wanted to be King Shapiro.
Oh.
I don't go out of my way to listen to him. I'm just kind of making it up.
We don't have the
Sounds-
guards with us, do we? Pretty sure
Yeah?
we
100% you have guards on you.
do. Okay.
Check it out, Carlos. I've invented Judeo-Christian values in D&D.
Would you like to ask them to like be more discreet or have a more discreet detail? You can ask these things. You have the power. You're a Fed now.
I would rather ask the opinion of the others first. I personally don't mind either way.
Generally broadcasted comment.
It would be
They're-
best if they made themselves less obvious.
So your very overt detail of like Boros Legionnaires is exchanged for a much more covert detail of Azorius arresters and law enforcers in plain clothes.
Hell
And
yeah.
you're sacrificing a little bit of protection for, or a little bit of obvious like deterrence for basically like plainclothes FBI.
It's
Hell yeah.
probably for the best in this particular situation.
Yes.
Agreed.
Perhaps, even with the more subtle approach, we should try to lose this tale, otherwise we may frighten our unknown host, our mysterious host.
So long as it not Rakdos.
I'm game. What did you have in mind? A simple slip or something a little more magical?
So are you trying to lose which tail? The FBI? Or the guy that was following you earlier?
The FBI.
Oh, you're trying to lose the FBI.
We don't want
Okay.
to spook our mysterious host.
Yup.
How obvious are the FBI?
They're pretty good at their jobs.
Pretty.
They don't look
Oh.
they don't look obvious at all.
Oh, well then, I guess maybe it's okay.
I mean, we
I
could
assume you
also
guys
tell
told
to
them
spread
that,
out
like-
in the area and just kind of hang around.
I'm assuming you guys told them like, hey, we don't want to be seen or
Yeah.
something like that. Like
Yeah.
so they're not incompetent. They are good at their jobs. They know, they understand the nature of the work that you're trying to do. So they're not getting in your way, but they are there like nearby.
They are good at their jobs, but they could roll a nat 1.
They could, but they're giving you space to do your job. They're just nearby.
Hell yeah.
Basically, they are tailing you.
Hell. Time to investigate the address.
Yes. See what they have in mind.
Okay. Well, the address, because I have this thing here. The address is this building. Yeah. You guys can come from any direction you wish. Here, I'll grid this.
Bazray's over here.
44
I will
parlor
cast-
place.
Detect magic.
Which building was it again?
Ah,
Where am I? I have seemed to have lost myself.
I am here.
yes, I too would like to cast Detect Magic, which I can do at will.
I would like to cast Detect Carlos.
You're right here. I have detected you.
Night has
Excellent.
booped you.
Ah, no, I'm too big.
Oh, stop!
Detected.
I'm a
Carlos
giant
detected.
now. I'm the size of a
Ah.
dragon. Worship me.
Oh no! What have you done?
Carlos, go Gargantuago.
Gargantuaco.
Oh shit!
Vazrai, I feel funny.
What the hell has happened to you?
Vazrai, I'm stuck in the door. Help me. What are you doing, Vazrai?
Oh my god.
Gods give me patience. Look, I could help you with the door, but it's gonna be a fireball.
How rude.
Don't know any other way.
Kitty.
Alright. How many entrances are there in this building?
What a beautiful question. There are 2 entrances. There's one in the front, and there's one in the back. This one here is a separate building.
Okay.
The roof is just lower. This is like 3 stories. This one's 2.
I take it the rear entrance is more discreet, less eyes.
The rear entrance is, well, there's like a small local like market set up, so it's more
Ah.
discreet in the sense that there's like more stuff in the way and more people bustling around. Whereas this is more Main Street. Here, I'll put some commoners or something out.
Sorry.
To add some life to this party.
I'm trying to
Carlos will blend.
Okay, clearly I'm not going to need this right now. Oh,
This camera is so freaking weird.
don't worry about this. You didn't see it. Here, okay. Carry on with yourselves while I put some commoners out.
Dirty commerce.
Filthy peasants.
A little worried what we may find here.
Kitty say worthless humans.
There's people around. They're doing people things.
Disgusting.
They look like they're friendly enough.
Just regular human beings. Are you okay, Seeker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Rice. Hello, Rice.
He's gonna
Goodness
play a
me,
druid for
purrs
the
like an
team.
airplane.
I'm trying. There's so much room noise. Oh, come on, kitty.
Hi, kitty. Rice sounds like a very happy cat. There you go. There's some commoners hanging around. Sounds like such a happy cat.
He's very happy right now. And now he's gone. Say something, kitty. Ow! Why'd you attack me? I was being nice.
He attacked. He was the
Because it's a
infiltrator all
cat,
along.
it's what they do.
Ow! Stop!
See?
Okay, there you go. There's your avenue of approach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Betrayal in the highest degree caught on stream.
Thanks,
Yeah.
kitty.
He's just
Kitty.
playing.
How could he do this to me?
Goes from purring to just murder mode.
Kitty, why?
Ready to go with the flip of a switch.
Oh, is this good audio?
Carlos
It's very
is
ASMR.
Does Carlos notice anything about the back entrance? He's kind of like hiding behind the
It's just
back here.
Sorry, I haven't
I
been
can't
paying
describe
any
it anyway.
attention.
I can't describe the back entrance in any other way aside from it's just like your average back door to a townhouse. There's nothing extravagant or interesting. There's not many like windows or nothing. It's just a back door. It's the back door.
Are there any is there an upstairs element to this?
It's a 3-story building.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
The building right next to it is a 2-story building. It's a townhouse. Let me give you some more detail. I'm just going to color these guys in faint blue to signify the fact that they are.
I see that there's like wooden gangplanks on the roofs over here.
Yeah, that's for as we might be aware. Goblins live just basically friggin' everywhere, so that leads.
Pretty normal.
Yeah, it's like places where there's like goblins hanging out or places like that. Around the city you've noticed that there's little walkways and planks in the habitation districts where there's not a whole lot of business aside from little local markets and shit like that, and that's where a lot of the littler guys will go scampering around and
Hell yeah.
such like that. It's more common in the lower quarters.
Hell yeah.
There are 5 agents
Oh,
that are, for your purposes, player purposes, they are distinguishable. But for narratively, they just look like regular street folk. You just know who they are because you know their faces.
what's the weather like? Is it?
It's a cloudy day. It's a little bit warmer than
Overcast.
usual, and it's overcast. The building is 3 stories. You can tell that the front is kind of like your apartment building type entrance, where there's a gated or a grated door that leads into a small hallway that then leads into staircase and that goes up farther into the apartment building. The back door is just a wooden braced door. It has a key latch or a keyhole and latch, but aside from that, it's not reinforced. in any like crazy way. It's just a wooden door. A good quality wooden door. It's not rotten. It's not in poor repair. It's just an average door.
This is the place.
Indeed. Let's
the
get
address.
a better look, shall we? Carlos is gonna hop up, and he's kind of get in this kind of corner between the buildings. Is this a roof here? I can't really tell. Or is
It's a
this
roof.
floor? It's a roof?
It's a one story.
Okay. So this is a 1-story, and this is like 3-story.
1, 2, 3. So you can hop up here, hop up here, hop up here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna use his fancy new spider climbing shoes, and he's just kind of just fucking climb up there. Like he shouldn't be able
Run
to.
up there.
Yeah, pretty much. He just runs up the wall.
I
It's gonna be-
observe the kobolds climbing onto the building.
Given the fact that kobolds are not they're not a normal species, I will say. There's a lot of individuals who are like looking at you because you look funny.
Vazri tries to ignore them.
You notice,
Sorry.
because I don't have any other things. You couldn't see them before because of the angle of the roof. But when you get up there, you see up top here, there's 2. Pay no attention to the fact that they're rogues. They're not. Just call them goblin commoners.
Roger that.
Vazri, instead of climb, is going to fly up.
They're like hanging out on the roof over here, smoking pipe and just chilling. And when they see you hop up on the roof, Carlos, you get waved at,
How do they
shattered at.
see me from where they are?
Oh, sorry, you were only hopping up there? I thought you were going to go farther up.
No, I'm just on this first floor.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this person like loudly points and goes, "Oh!"
Never seen a kobold do that before.
Well, how
He just ran
interesting.
up that wall.
Yeah, they're like watching you.
Vazri
Man.
simply waves to them.
You get up. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the well over here, and I'm going to start playing
Oh wait.
music.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to, once I have played for 1 minute or more, I would like to activate enthralling performance.
Deadly. You can tell me the details about your enthralling performance in a moment. Carlos, what are you intending to do up on that roof?
Are there any windows over here that I can see?
Yep. There's some windows, and you
Well-
look into. I assume you look into the window,
Eat.
and you see. Call me perception as you're looking through these windows. See exactly how much detail you collect from inside.
Copy that. Hell yeah. So that is 25.
25. Okay. Bearing in mind that you see everything. Also, you are not stealthed whatsoever. Okay? But
Vazri being up there
understand,
doesn't help either.
Vazri is also up there in full plain sight, all right?
Full
You
plain
look into
sight.
this room, and you see the most beautiful young maiden in the middle of getting undressed.
Oh.
And she looks out the window, and she sees you looking in the window at her, and she is well bestowed the beauty of the gods. And she points and she shrieks at the top of her lungs.
I'm,
Vazri
Carlos
looks
is gonna
confused.
look shocked. Am I currently in dim light? and or
No,
darkness.
you're in plain light. Plain, I mean,
Hell
yeah.
I wouldn't say
Carlos
sunlight,
is gonna
because
like
sun, but-
fucking stumble backwards and fall off the roof.
Carlos, what happened?
Oh no, Carlos.
She looks down. She looks down, just looks while she's standing there.
Carlos, what did you do?
He looks at the
Good
window, but doesn't like walk over to like where he was. Like, what happened?
Wrong window. Wrong window.
Unless she can also see the maiden too.
Yes, the moment you look in the window, you also see the young maiden.
Mazray freezes up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'll go down here.
We found this address in a dark alley.
Said I should go here. I now see why.
I see this was a bad landing perch. I'm going to go this way. He's going to float.
You two are no culture.
She's going to simply glide down next to Carla.
Truly, you are
By the
ambassadors.
way,
of
I
this
think I
great
might have
nation.
put it in chat, but I attuned to the instrument of the gods last night.
Awesome.
Instrument of-
So, how does that affect your enthralling performance?
It
This
doesn't.
now really matters.
It doesn't.
That's good.
It just
How
lets
well do
you-
you enthrallingly perform for the
It just
people on the
means I
street
can
outside?
use the loot without taking, or the cittern without taking psychic damage.
It's good. However, what
I
does
would
enthralling
be
performance do?
using my Veil's loot for this performance.
Mm. You're
Carlos, I must say, I think you've seen too much.
Perhaps not enough.
Carlos. Perhaps.
Perhaps not enough. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Vazray is going to take off one of her gloves, try to turn him around, and smack him across the face. Not too hard. Just smack him across the face.
Vazray,
Are you
no need to
challenging
get
him to
jealous
a
now.
duel?
I didn't speak of jealousy more than... Keep your head. Keep your
This
eyes
is
on the objective.
Obvious.
Not that. Stay focused.
Man,
I
I
was-
should lower my noise gate more often. I sound awesome.
I was merely attempting to find another avenue to enter. I was not expecting to see a show.
The words. Never mind. That would just be Tiamat speaking at that point. Please lead on. Vile things would start coming out of my mouth. That would be bad.
I need to know about Vincenzo's enthralling performance, given the fact that a shriek at the top of the lungs would very easily attract those who are outside, unless they were otherwise distracted by, something else.
So would I have a full minute of playtime between them starting to climb on the shit and get up there and me coming over to the well and starting to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I get to choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of me who watched and listened to all of it, up to a number equal to my charisma modifier, which is 5. Oh, cool. There's 5 people around the well.
What a coincidence.
They all have to roll wisdom saving throws or be charmed.
I think that is just a straight D20 because they're commoners.
Hell yeah. Ah, nat 20.
That has,
How do you do that? Oh, he gets to roll again.
they all get to roll once, and this is the ones. 14, 18, 13, 1, and 2.
I believe all but one of them will pass, or but one of them will fail.
Okay.
Unless there's a minus to that 18.
There's no minus. It's just straight. Whatever it is what it is.
Roger that. I'll let you decide who passed.
This guy here passed. He's a deaf old man, or like an old man who's hard at hearing. He's a cabbage seller. He's selling his cabbages.
Not the cabbage salesman. He's the most powerful one here.
It's true. God damn it.
My cabbages!
We've lost the bargaining chip.
And as there's a loud shriek, everybody else is too busy enjoying the music, but this man turns around and he points up and he says, "Hey, you rapscallions, what are you doing on that roof? I can't even believe that you best behave like that.
You must forgive me.
Get down on that roof before you hurt someone. Peeping Toms!"
It was not even what I intended, simply to land somewhere. Of all the roofs to land on, this is the one that causes the most.
He shakes his fist at you.
As if I was wanting to peep on anybody.
So for the next hour, the 4 that did not pass will idolize me. Idolize, speak glowingly of me to anyone who speaks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes me.
Oh, lovely.
And once I conclude my song, I will make it very evident that this man making such a loud disturbance is hindering me and my performance.
They get upset at this old man who's disturbing your beautiful performance, and they start shouting him down. And soon his cries are beat back, and he sits down on his stool and harumphs next to his stall of cabbages.
My cabbages.
The saddest man.
His cabbages.
The most
Alright.
powerful man beaten down.
Now that he's subdued, Carlos is gonna head to the back door and check to
yes,
see if
he
it's
is.
open. Oh,
The back door is not open. However, with your passive 19 perception and the fact that you're standing right next to it, you can see that there is a mark in Thieves' Cant.
what does it say?
It establishes this as a safe house at a base of operations.
For who?
That is the question. It directs that there is a key for the lock if one was to search nearby.
Carlos will look for the key.
What are you looking at, Carla?
Where would you like to look for the key,
I see
given
this
your
touch-
surroundings?
Does it give any indication to where it might be?
It does not.
Check the well.
Ah, yes. I could always ask the woman upstairs to see if she's seen a key.
Oh,
Go back onto that roof and ask the naked
where are
lady.
you keeping that key, lady?
Oh,
Pardon me,
I
madam.
guess
Could I
Carlos
have the
would-
key?
check around the door frame first.
Oh,
Okay, roll me investigation.
It's under the doormat.
In the flower pot.
Is there a doormat?
It's out of the flower pot.
So that is 17 plus 8 is 25.
Notice at the base of the door frame that one of the bricks is a little bit loose, and as you pry away at it, you tell that it is actually a false brick, and within the the interior, it's hollowed out. And there's a small brass key. Presumably, this is the key.
I try the key.
It is the key. And
unlock
as
the
you're
door.
testing the key, Vinshenzo goes around to the front door.
The key is within you, for you are the key holder.
You said you tried the key, and the key, the door opens. You want to go inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I come with you?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm going with you.
Okay.
I'm worried somebody's going to
My.
kidnap you.
How curious. This building seems to be bigger on the inside.
Dear.
Oops, I pressed the decal button by accident. It's not what I wanted
I don't
to
know
do.
where the front door is, but I'm there.
Front door is,
Probably there.
on those boxes, those crates.
Oh, right there.
Roger that.
I'll have to make this crazy because it's that. There you go. So
Hell yeah. Oh,
lock that real quick.
a river runs through it.
Where am I?
You come down the stairs. We'll say here.
Oh, we're somehow on the other side of the building. How curious.
Yeah, it is. It is curious. I lined it up more so that it would be good with the table. If I was to line it up appropriately, I think it would be more like. I suppose it mattered.
Just move Knight's shitty note cards.
You're right. Let me get this shit out.
Fucking get your shit off the table.
Okay, there we go.
I was just kidding.
I don't even use them.
And why are they there?
Because I think the Cthulhu's that we never got them out of here.
Thanks, Cthulhu.
Oh wait, these are probably of the ship. And
R.I.P. Cthulhu.
Carlos will return the key to where he found it, and then lock the door once they're inside.
A nice young man Carlos is.
Well, if they're going to let me know there's a key, I might as well close the door.
something tell me I should not even be here.
No.
So you're in a basement. The doors can be opened with the push of a hand. They're push, not pull.
The doors open outward unless you are going outward.
Which case they open inward.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a so you've entered into this little spot here.
Yeah. I'm here. Do I see anything?
Before we bounce into that, I would like to know what Seeker's doing because yours might take a moment longer than his.
I'm gently and politely rapping at the front door.
What did you eat? Oh, I know what you ate. Get away from me.
I haven't eaten anything all day.
My dog's just gone to visit the cat litter.
Oh, yum.
He's come up
Damn.
licking his lips and everything. He's got powder on his nose.
They got those toxoplasmoids.
Ugh. Okay, you knock on the door and there's an old midwife who comes up and she's got a broom. And she says, "Oh, hello. What do you want?"
Just visiting the neighborhood. Did you need help sweeping?
What a nice young man. Of course, I'd love some help sweeping.
Oh, yes.
She opens the door and she thrusts the broom into your hand.
Better get started quick. The upstairs is always dusty. The pigeons keep tracking in droppings.
So impolite, those pigeons.
She looks at you for a moment, sizing you up and down. She says,
Say, you're not from the waste disposal company, are you?
No. What are they called in medieval time? Like black soil?
she's thinking of the Golgari because they're the waste disposal guys, and pretty much all of the dark elves on this island are from the Golgari, and you're a dark elf to her.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. They're called
It's something like dark soil or something.
silage. I don't remember.
No, there's like a medieval term for like the guy who like gets the waste from all the houses and like dumps it far out of town. It'll come to me.
I know they call the waste like night soil or something
Night
like that.
soil, yeah. The night soil man.
The Night Soil Man. Interesting. Are you
the Night Soul Man?
No.
Well, this place actually has fairly decent plumbing for a crazy city.
I'm King Vinshenzo Cairona at your service.
Vinshenzo. Unreal.
As Vinshenzo is sweeping, Carlos and Vasarai go down into the basement. Ooh, they're in the basement. What you see is what you see all around you. You don't see any people. You just see all these things.
Wish to do a perception check and listen.
All right, roll me perception.
What a good idea. I will
Your
also
idea.
listen,
Kitty,
but better.
get out of here. Sorry.
Hold on, I have to do some math. 19 plus 13 is...
That'd be like
Kitty, stop.
32.
Oh my god.
Vazrai, you hear the sound of somebody walking. You hear footsteps on the stone hall, echoing. Carlos, not only do you hear the footsteps, you also hear faintly the scratching of a quill on paper. And every once in a while, the turning of parchment on page.
The scratch of quill.
You said you locked the door behind you, Carlos?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so Paelias comes up and he finds a locked door.
Sorry, Paelias.
Unless Paelias was with the group the whole time or something like that, or was watching, I don't know. Up to him.
Yeah.
If he was
Maybe he
watching,
does-
he might have seen where
He
the key
does
was.
that.
Maybe. He's a watcher. I mean, were you being sneaky about what you were doing, or were you just kind of like not making a big deal of out of your stuff?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was being sneaky as I can.
as sneaky as you can without rolling. So
Yeah.
Paelias is
Passive
high
stealth.
passive perception, so I think he would be able to see what you have done to get access, or at least the actions you did before accessing. So if you wanna unlock the door and go in, Paelias, you may. Just please tell me
but I
if
will
you
do
lock it
so a
behind
little
you.
while after those two.
Fair. They get a minute's head start. So you hear what you heard, lady and gentleman. Gentlebald.
I use Mage Hand to sweep the floor.
Outstanding. Vinshenzo sweeps the floor without moving a muscle.
Yes. Just like in
That's
Harry
right.
Potter, my favorite movie.
Favorite movie.
Vazray simply turns her head to Carlos for a moment, almost as if knowing about the sounds, but rather only the footsteps, and then looks back down the stairs, but not moving from place.
There's definitely something going on down here. Footsteps, writing. I wonder what they're recording.
Shall we go and see?
We shall. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
I wish to roll stealth, unless Carlos is not planning to stealth.
Always stealth.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh. Another
was
16.
that?
I don't know what that was. Was it my chair squeak? I can't get it to...
And half plate, no less. Stealth plate.
Did you say stealth plate?
Stealth plate.
it's not half plate. It's stealth plate.
It's
Even
shined.
with the metal armor.
So
she's
it's
stealth.
polished so nicely. It's like a mirror. So it's like... It's hard to see.
No, I already have the I have the feet for it, Paelias, so I don't even need it.
Doesn't even need it.
Yeah, I don't get disadvantage on stealth rolls. Yeah, she just as stealthy as you for the most part, Carla.
For now.
For now. Part of me was half expecting me to just like trip on the fucking steps and start rolling down the goddamn thing. Oh no!
Element of surprise. I want this one. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. So there's two figures in this room as you enter, or as you enter. You see these two figures. Whether
They're huge.
not huge, they're exactly the size of.
Hey, when you're a kobold, they're huge, okay?
They're grid-sized.
Especially to me.
They're grid-sized.
Huge.
They take up 5 foot by 5 foot cube.
That's it. Just Roblox Minecraft figures that occupy the exact dimensions.
What are they doing?
One of them is walking back and forth. This one, he's like pacing back and forth, and this lady is writing in a journal. They are both elves.
Kind of
Carlos, this one is very familiar to you.
Oh,
Is that
they're
the one that
elf-
was following us?
it's me.
Yes, they are elves. High elves.
High
Ooh.
elves. Whoa, how interesting.
Intriguing.
What's the light level of this basement? Does it vary depending on location, or is it all pretty much dim?
It does vary depending on location. Obviously, bright and dim light in the corridors, leading to dim light and darkness in the far reaches. You can sort of.
Copy.
I will treat the light level in this map as depicted.
Okay, so like this is bright, and then this is kind of dim,
Yeah, and then in
and then
here
this
is
is dark.
Down here is dark. Like this little corner in here is dark. I would consider this to be dim given the proximity of the torches.
What do you suggest we do?
I'm going to get a closer look. You wait here. And
nods.
Carlos is going to just disappear and reappear in this dim spot over here.
Oh shit, Paelias, I forgot something that you would know very specifically. When Paelias gets to within 30 feet of the basement door, I forgot that you had this. You detect that there's abjuration magic within the proximity of the basement door.
Ooh.
Downstairs.
Uh-oh.
What kind of magic is abjuration again?
Defense,
Protection.
warding.
The kind your
Oh.
mom uses.
Hell yeah, dude. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Especially when I'm around.
I always want some abjuration magic so he can work on that maiden.
You fucking weirdo.
You fucking
Fish
weirdo.
sandwich.
Oh man. As you begin to round the corner and go through the hallway, Carlos, you hear a sing-song voice say, "You don't need to sneak about. We know you're here."
Hell yeah. They caught you.
Can Vazray hear this?
Yes, it's like they're not yelling loudly, but they're calling out. It can be heard throughout the whole basement.
Vazray immediately thinks what it is. An alarm. And it's set to her mind. It's silent.
Silent.
Vazray is going to walk out if possible. Not bearing any weapons.
I wonder if they realize how many people there are, or if it's just they just know there is people.
That's a question that Carlos must consider carefully before he chooses his next actions, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or maybe he
Carlos-
doesn't care at all.
Carlos is gonna use a hand gesture to indicate that Vazrai should go into the room with them, and he'll be
It seems-
following.
It looked as though she already had that intent. It looks like she's walking this direction after hearing the yelling and them knowing that they're here. She already has an idea of what it could be. That she already knows that they're found out. All of them.
Is this just a nook?
Yeah.
Does anything prevent me from continuing to walk down the hall?
Well, Carlos is in the way.
Not that much in the way.
I'm gonna try and
His
squeeze
big
past.
fat ass is in the
I'm
way.
small.
He
His
is
small
small.
fat ass is in the way.
No, stop talking about it.
Stop talking about his fat ass!
Stop talking about it. God damn.
Vazroy already has trouble staring.
Trying to
damn
sneak
it.
around when the clap of my ass keeps alerting the rogues.
No
All
wonder
right.
he rolled a 21.
Carlos, having immense fun with his new toys, he's gonna like teleport over here.
Vazray's gonna go and talk to these people.
And then a series of teleports later. Is this
How's
what's
he
going on here?
teleporting that much?
Because I'm in dim light. You can take a look over here. I have it up right now.
Nah.
Okay.
It seems to be somebody's carved away space, and now there's like a hole in the wall. Not 100% sure why.
But okay. All right.
They needed more room.
Is this a
hole-
door? Or is this a door?
That's the door there.
Okay. Whoosh whoosh. Teleport.
Vazray is going to stop here and simply look to the two elves.
The male looks at you a little bit surprised and says, "I wasn't expecting you. Where'd your friend go?"
He's around.
Yes.
So,
well,
judging by the yelling, it seems that as you have prepared an alarm.
he kind of squints at you and he says, "I know you're new around here, but you can't possibly be that naive." And then the female raises her voice. "Could your friend please just step out? We don't mean you any harm. We wouldn't go through this effort to be here if we did."
Oh, I believe you. Because if you already know things like this, you probably would have killed us before we ever got down this hallway.
Again, we were hoping for your friend.
Vazray,
Carlos will step through the door here.
yeah, Vazray just seeing the door open just simply looks in your direction from where she's standing.
Ah, good.
There you are. What are you doing there?
I was beginning to think you would never show up, says the male.
Oh, you know, I had to be careful. You never know who's really on your side in this city.
Agreed. It is quite the shadowy place, especially in this world. And he gestures around. He says, "This is a Demir safe house, but
Oh.
before I go any further, I know you probably have heard a few things about our organization. It's been split in two. There's the loyalists, and there's the traitors. I know you don't have any reason to believe me right off, but we are not traitors."
I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
Vazray's just simply observing. She has no idea what the hell is going on. It's like, this is very strange.
Da-da-da-da.
He's telling, as far as you know, Carlos, he's telling the truth, and Paelias, he's telling the truth. Are you walking up as well? Deadly. We got the crew.
I'm inclined to believe you, but do you have any proof to offer?
Give me a second. He fishes into his pocket and he tosses you a coin. He flicks
Carlos
it
will
through
catch
the
it.
air. You catch it, and you see that it is an Azorius token, similar to some of the tokens that you were given, like with your VIP passports and all that kind of stuff. It's a similar sort of coin, and he gestures to Paelias and says, "It's a Senate token. It's got magic to it. You can have your friend investigate it if you want. I'm sure he can identify it. Aside from
Carlos
that, you know the nature of our work. You know that I won't have any abject proof on me lest I be caught."
Indeed. Carlos will toss the coin at Paelias.
Paelias will
Ow.
fail to catch it.
Fail. Did you say he fails to catch it?
Azra just simply looks at
He
him
took
fail.
his eye out. What the hell,
You're making me
man?
look
my-
bad in front of the elves.
What are you doing? You're making us look like fools.
Actually, you know what? I will roll for it.
He's gonna
Hell
roll to
yeah.
catch it.
Just because it's funny.
Roll the cash
It's
coin.
cool.
Okay, yeah. I catch it.
Catch it.
Thank God.
That's way cooler, dude.
Very professionally, you catch the coin.
Well, you definitely spent put a lot of effort into leaving some breadcrumbs for me to follow here. So, what is it exactly that you want?
We know of what the traitors are doing, and we're trying to stop it. They've been routing out all of the loyal agents to the government. They've been killing us one by one. They're cleaning house, so to speak. I know that the best bet we have is to side with the Senate and that Sphinx, even as incompetent as he is. And as you guys are agents of the law now, we thought we'd put our lot in with you. Our eyes and ears are the same eyes and ears of House Demir. We've heard the same tales that the Master of Whisperers, the Whispered One, that's what his name is, the Whispered One. We've heard the same whispers that has come to his ears. We've heard of your stories. We know that out of everyone, you're probably the most likely to do some good around here, and at least you're far enough away from all the internal politics that you can't be tainted yet.
You said that your organization has been split.
Split.
How much is on the side of the Senate?
You ever fought a rebellion, Carlos Santiago?
Well, sort of, I suppose.
Well, you must know about compartmentalization. I only know a few names, and those names only know a few names. So that way, if we ever get caught, and it happens quite often now, we can't divulge everything because we don't know everything.
So
I
you're
can
not
only
even.
tell you. What? Sorry.
So you're not sure how much of your organization is so loyal?
It's safer that way. And he gestures around sort of this underground complex. What I can tell you is we used to be 7. Now, my sister and I are the only 2 left. And he introduces himself. He tells you that his name is Galen Tredark, and his sister's name is Tessara.
Man,
I
I'd
introduced
love
myself,
to
but-
trust
Sorry.
you, Mr. Treydark.
I know, right? Oh shit.
I'd
Oh, no,
introduce
this sounds
myself,
awful
but I believe you already know me, so.
I know everyone here. I know you, Santiago. I know you, Mistress Pinefall, and I know you, Mr. Maenendon. Pointing at each of the other 2 in turn. And I know that you have a king messing around upstairs right now with a broom.
You do what? You just Vazri just simply asks, just confusion.
Also, there seems to have been a misunderstanding with someone on the 2nd floor. Pass on my apologies.
Yeah.
He shakes his head and he says, your own messes are your own. They don't know who we are and why we're here. Rather keep
Oh.
it that way.
I see.
Think of it like this, Carlos. They are rats in the basement trying to hide, and they rather stay hidden. The little that the people upstairs know, the better.
Rats, indeed. I guess it is a good idea I decided to come through the back door, then.
So female elf, upon Paelias' question, states that the guilds of the Orzhov Syndicate, the Golgari Swarm, the Gruul Barbarians, most of them, she stipulates, as well as most of House Demir, and the cult of Rakdos are working together. She says their alliance is tenuous at best, but for now they're all aligned in the same objective.
Vazray looks to have some concern when Rakdos is mentioned.
You need not get yourself in a fit, Miss Pinefall, over that cult. They're dangerous, but they're unpredictable. They're as...
Problem.
Yes, but they're as hazardous as allies as they are as enemies. We consider them to be a little bit of a wild card. It's strange, but the Gruul are even more honorable than them.
No, I don't need introductions. I've already seen the lady that runs it.
Yes.
And she seemed quite pleased with the idea of visiting me at some point, so that makes me wonder if there might be an opportunity soon, and I'm not really looking forward to that.
She chuckles and says, "You're pure of heart. She just wants to corrupt that purity."
Precisely. She's like Tiamat, except weaker.
I'm willing to continue this conversation in IC because I see the time. If people are also paying attention to the time. I have a week off, so I can actually do IC.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Fucked up my back again, so I get a week of rest.
Hell yeah. I wish I got that here.
But the final sort of the big hook drop that I'll give is the male elf will say, "I'm gonna cut to the quick.
Okay.
You know that the Izzet League was busy researching a way to establish a permanent gate to our old world. Well,
We have heard this, yes.
the Whispered One found it out. He gave that information to the other side, this rebellion of guilds. And now they're looking to establish their own gate, because they know the guild pact here is dead, and they want to try and bring as much of their own forces from the old world to here, to conquer it anew."
If only that world still existed.
He blinks his eyes in surprise. "I thought you knew. Ravnica exists."
Yes. In a dead state, I'm sure of it. Like what happened to my realm. I'm sure that yours is dead too.
Our
We'll
realm
open.
also, our realm also was destroyed in the cataclysm.
It is likely that they open up a gate to nothing.
He shrugs his shoulders and says, "Either way, it would be a calamitous outcome for not just us, but the rest of the known world."
I think what would be more entertaining is to see them open up a gate to realize that the reinforcements that they seek are not truly so.
He points a finger, or the female points a finger at your chest, and she says, "Are you so sure? Are you willing to bet millions of lives that you're absolutely certain?"
I could consult the gods.
What happens if you open a gateway to nothing? Does nothing stay there, or does nothing come through?
No.
believe
Everything
in-
that we know here
Grey
will be
goo.
consumed by it. That is what
Yes.
will happen.
It's a gray
I
goo
do
event.
I do believe that we'd find this realm quickly pulled into the other.
Agreed.
Well, the Whispered One and his allies believe that they will establish a gate to the other side. And for that reason, it has split much of the factions in two. The Swarm is of one mind. House Demir is split. The Gruul is split. The Orjav Syndic rules enough over their minions and lackeys that they are of a singular purpose.
And then
this
Rakdos
reason-
in the middle looking to cause more chaos, as usual.
Oh, the Rakdos seek to return themselves to their overlord. The demon Rakdos was real on our old world, so they seek his connection once again to honor him in chaos.
Seems
You do
fitting an objective for them.
We do have a plan to cripple the syndicate. We were going to be starting the initial legwork soon.
He nods his head and he says, "Suitable plan." Okay. Do you guys want to end here and continue in IC? Or do you want to keep going for the next little bit? I asked this question to the group.
Stop here.
Because this could go on for a number of questions and answers, and it's
could
worth
stop
elaborating on.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, same. Not all of us broke our back.
Despite my back
Not everybody
pain.
broke their back.
I have wings on my back.
Okay, we will continue this post in IC.
I'm going to make fried cobalt wings. Kentucky
You-
fried.
Don't you fucking dare.
Kentucky Fried Cobalt Wings. Hell yeah. dude.
Oh yeah, that's what I want. Little Miss Goody Two Shoes coming right into the evil thieves' den, sitting, saying what's what. 5 room 2. Oh man, if only we had delayed for a day, it would have been 25 Feb 25. That's okay though.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What do you mean? It is 25/25.
Yeah, that's true. You're in the future,
Nobody asked you.
future man. Okay, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the session. Some reveals are revealing. Really quickly, what's the general intent of the party? Proceed with the bank heist is like the primary objective, or you guys want to fuck around with the Coliseum to see what's up there before you go bank heist?
Maybe
It's important. Yeah.
Blitz. We could have a couple people set the groundwork